welcome back. So today I thought it would be fun if we kind of check in on how my market prep is going for my biggest market of the year, or the first one I'm doing this year, which is in April, first weekend of April, which is the 6th and the 7th, I believe. It's that weekend right after Easter. So I thought I would check in and kind of let you guys know how things are going and how much I've made since the last time we spoke. And I've been making a dent in my list here, which is great. So let me grab my bin of things I've been making and I'll go through what I've made so far. All right, everybody. So first thing we're going to talk about is how much have I made so far since the last time we talked. And I've got my bin right here beside me. It's got a big Rubbermaid plastic bin that I'm using. Every time I make something, I throw it in, or I've got like an empty basket I just use just to kind of keep track of what I'm making. So far I've made, pick some of the fuzzies off here. So far I've made, I think I've made about 11 bees. So far I've got 11 bees to be for my market next week. And I've already got, I think, 10 of them in my inventory right now. So I think that'll be enough bees to start. And if I need to make more, they don't take very long. So that's what I have right now there for that. And then I made 2 large leggy frogs. So I thought they would be fun. This kind of color reminds me kind of like lemonade, to be honest with you. I made 2 of these. And then I've got two chubby frogs. I'm going to make a couple of more of these today, but so far I've got 2 and I thought they're really cute. Again, I used that like lemonade color. This brand is the Loops and Thread at Michael's. I can't remember the color, the name of the color, but it's one of their newer ones they've got out, and it's actually pretty. It's actually very pretty. And they've got a few different colors, like shades like purples, pinks, yellows, stuff like that, and they're really cute. I've also made a cow. Thought making a cow would be fun. Let's see. I got some triceratops. I made about 5 of these in different colors. I've got the purple, the red, 2 green ones, and then the lemonade-y color, the green and yellowy color. I made 5 of these guys, and I thought they'd be fun because people like dinosaurs. So I've got 5 of the dinosaurs, 5 triceratops. What else do I got in my basket here? Let's see. And then I have my other dinosaur, which is T-Rexes. I made 6 of these. I made a pink, a purple, a red, a green. There's the red. And then a green. And then I made I think this more like I don't know, like it's like a dark pink, maybe dark pink, dark purple kind of thing. I thought that'd be cute. And then I made an orange one. So I made 6 of these. That's, I think, all I'm going to make for the bigger dinosaurs. I do plan on making some of the smaller ones, more handheld versions for children. I thought that would be fun to make those for today. And I'm going to make maybe 10 of each just to start off with and see where we end up. But that's what I've made so far. And that's a pretty good start because market's in, I want to say, 2 weeks. And I think I've got more than enough time to plow through some of my list I've got going here. So I'm just going to start at the top and work my way down. And I've been using, I use my tablet to keep track of the patterns, like when I'm following along on the pattern. I'll put the link of all the patterns that I can remember that I used down below. And maybe you want to try it out. The patterns I pick are usually pretty easy. I try to aim for no-sew patterns so they're faster to make. And they're not as, they don't take me as long. Mind you, as I've been told a few times, I am freakishly fast at making certain things. So we'll see what happens. And yes, I know Stitch behind me here has no eyes, but that's on my list of things to do at some point when I get 5 minutes. I just made him for fun because I thought it was cute. So let's maybe grab a hook and grab some yarn and let's make a couple of things. So I think I'm going to make the next thing on my list, which is I'll make some smaller dinosaurs. I'm going to make some small triceratops. So I'm going to throw you in a time lapse and see how many I can make. kind of show you how I'm doing so far. This is kind of what it looks like so far. My little Triceratops friend here. I've got his horns in, his eyes in. What I like to do when I'm making things and try to make it, make my making process faster is I kind of prep a few things before I start making the actual plushie. So I'm not like digging and looking around for everything. So I'll kind of show you. So what I do is if I'm using safety eyes, or if you're using like embroidery thread or whatever, however you put, like if you're putting eyes on things, or however you're making your item, whatever item it may be, doesn't have to be plushies, it can be anything. I'd like to lay out the eyeballs with the colors on them, get the backings ready so they're out on my desk so they're ready to grab. And if I have multiple parts to a plushie, like for example the Triceratops, I needed eyes, and I needed to make horns, 3 horns per Triceratops. So what I did is, you saw me at the beginning of this clip, is that I kind of prepped a few horns to get started, and that way all I have to do is grab from my pile instead of stopping to make the horns and then go back to the plushie. It makes my process a lot faster. It makes it a lot easier when I'm making multiple of the same stuffy, because that way I can make my process a little quicker and I'm not spending hours making one stuffy. It does make my process a little faster. That's easy. That's what works for me. Having things prepped and ready to go and in little piles or in little laid out on my desk to make it more simple and simplified. And you probably noticed me 2 seconds ago bringing this thing out. I bought this off of Etsy. It's to help me pop in the safety eyes. So I can show you how it works right now. So what you do is you put your eye in where you want it to make sure that it's as even as you can get it, because you don't want your little guy to look crooked. So, and then what you do is you put the backing on, and some of these backings are hard. You can't push hard enough to snap them in properly. So that's where this comes in. You line it up along the back and you pick the appropriate size hole. So for this size of eye, I'm going to use the smaller one right here. I'm going to plop the backing just on top. And then what I do is I take the palm of my hand here, push on the top where the color is, where the eye is, put my hand there, and then put my other palm on the other side, and I kind of squeeze. Sometimes it takes a few tries to get, making sure that your eye doesn't slip out of place. If it slips out of place, it's not going to click in properly. So you want to try to squeeze, and then you should hear a click or a popping sound if you've got it in like that. And then you got to unsquish your friend here, and then you should have a brand new eye in your friend, just like that. So I use this tool a lot when I'm putting in especially larger eyes, kind of like this. And it's easier to click them in properly, and you can get them in, and you're not spending hours fighting over getting one eye in. I bought this, like I said, I bought it off Etsy. I'll put if I can find the link to who I bought it from, I'll put it in my description box down below if you want to check it out. It's a wonderful little tool, and I'm so glad I bought it because it makes my life so much easier when I'm making plushies and putting eyes and stuff in. I don't need it for the smaller eyes, like the itty bitty eyes. I don't really need them for smaller eyes, kind of like this, because the backings are very easy for me to snap right in. But the bigger eyes, like the ones I'm using right now, it's a lot easier for me to have that and I click it in, and it just goes in beautifully, and it goes in so much simpler than me fighting to get one eye in. But that's my process on how I prep myself to start making. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw you back in another time lapse, and we'll keep going on our little friend here. All finished, ready for the market. He's pretty cute. I like to make them in a bunch of different colors, all sorts of different colors: red, yellow, blue, pink, green, orange, every color, even spotted colors, because it's, you know, why not? But this is what they look like. They're pretty cute. They're pretty tiny. I'm going to make some T-Rexes as well. I've got about 9 more of these ones to make, so I'm going to kind of get started, and I will talk to you guys next week. And maybe we'll do a tutorial, or if you guys want to see more market prep, let me know, or let us know. And I'll catch up with you guys next week, and we'll see how my stock is going. And for those of you still doing the yarn cleanse or the craft cleanse with me, keep it up. If you haven't bought any yarn yet, I haven't bought anything yet. I really have made quite a dent in my supply, which is great. But I still got a ways to go before I can buy any yarn. I'm hoping to burn through a few more yarn balls today in the next few weeks. So maybe that'll help all the market prep I'm getting ready to do. But don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye, everybody.